Hey everybody, Shane Presley here with Rock Paper Podcast. Hey, we are 1 week away from the big birthday celebration happening June 22nd over at Broadway Oyster Bar. I brought along my friends Amanda Fish Band, Tony Campanella Band, and Odds Lane. Also, we'll have live art that evening from Jessica Hitchcock. We'll have plenty of delicious food and cold drinks all night long from Broadway Oyster Bar. So come on out and party with us. Celebrate 5 years of the show. June 22nd. We'll be kicking off about 10 o'clock. $8 cover for the show. So come on out. Also want to tell you about my friends over at Naked Vine. If you haven't been by yet, they're serving up all your favorite wine, whiskey, tequila, and local craft beers, and great live music all the time over there. Thursday through Saturday. You can come by on Friday, June 14th, and see Beth Lee and the Breakups with guest Chris Duart. On Saturday, June 15th, Shaky Deal, a tribute to Neil Young. And I return to Naked Vine on July 9th with my Singer Songwriter Storytelling Showcase with Zach Anderson and Jesse McClary of Old Capitol Square Dance Club, along with David Maness of the Maness Brothers. So do not miss that show. That's going to be a great night. The singer-songwriter show is $10 and starts at 7 o'clock. So come by for that night. You can find all those details and more at nakedvine.net. Be sure to follow along on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Also want to let you know about my friends at Joseph Meyer Club. Check them out at josephmeyerclub.com and pick up a bottle of their new foaming aftershave. You can use my code RPPJMC20 at checkout for an exclusive 20% off. Again, RPPJMC20 at checkout. You can find all this, again, at josephmeyerclub.com. Be sure to follow them on Facebook also. All right, everybody. Hope you're having a great day. Thanks for listening. Thanks for 5 years. I really appreciate you all and all the support that you've been giving this show. So thank you. Enjoy the show.
A podcast is kind of like it's like a radio show that's not on the radio. It's on the internet. Does that make sense? Uh-huh. Yeah. That's also like my mom. It makes it sound more confusing, doesn't it? It sounds like this.
This is Ryan Koenig.
And this is Kelly Everett.
And you're listening to Rock Paper Podcast.
Rock Paper Podcast. Rock Paper Podcast. Rock Paper Podcast, y'all.
With all that out of the way, please help me welcome to the stage Karen Choi. Tony Compton back here. And Billy Croghan. All right, here we go.
Good evening, everyone. My name's Karen. Thanks for coming out tonight, and thanks to Shane for having us. We're excited to play some songs this evening. I'm going to start with a song off my first album that I haven't played for a while and was just feeling it this evening. This is a song called Gone. It's sort of about the grass is greener complex that sometimes pops up in life, you know, thinking that wherever you are looking, whatever you're looking at from the other side is better, but it's often not the case.
Time is such a strange companion you never can predict. Days will drag as years fly by, yet the minutes slowly tick. I stood on that platform waiting for a train from a distant land. I didn't know where I was going, just a suitcase in my hand. I took the first train out of there, forsaking all those precious years, and they're gone, 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 gone. I caught the fastest, furthest ride, left you without me by your side. Now I'm gone, 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 gone. past floats by, it tries to catch me, tries to lock my gaze. But I am here, and darling, this is now. You can't get back those long gone days. Looking back, at times I wonder why I hurried so to leave. The grass ain't greener on the other side. Well, it's just full of stubborn weeds. I took the first train out of there, forsaking all those precious years, and they're gone, 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 gone. I caught the fastest furthest ride, left you without me by your side. Now I'm gone, 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 gone. First train out of there, forsaking all those precious years, and they're gone, 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 gone. Caught the fastest for this ride, left you without me by your side. Now I'm gone, 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 gone. I took the first train out of there, forsaking all those precious years, and they're gone, 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 gone. Caught the fastest, furthest ride, left you without me by your side. Now I'm gone, 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 gone.
Thank you.
Very nice. All right. Everything work for me? You guys hear that? Hear me? So this next... Oh, that's you. Okay.
Sorry.
I was like, no!
I'll do that at a later time. Not during your song intro. Yeah. There you go.
That works.
Okay.
There you go. So this song... So, when I was a kid, there was this neighbor lady who, to me, I thought she was old, but, you know, I was 8 to 11, yeah, you know, I thought she was a lot like Jeff, and, but she was only like, yeah, I don't know, 55, 60, anyways. She was really kind to me, and she'd take me out to all of these, like, different fairs where you'd get arrowheads on a necklace, and she was an antique collector. That's where I got my love for walking through antique stores. Anyways, one day, when I was a kid, of course, it's the only time I knew her, I asked her name was Connie. I was like, Connie, what happens if the sun would burn out? And she said, Tony, don't worry about that sun burning out. When I was your age, we were worried about bombs falling from the sky. I didn't really know what that meant at the time. And then years came, and they went, and she got cancer and died, and our lives had kind of grown apart. Side note, I recently found her grave, and that was very nice. Found her later in life and went and hung out with her. Anyways, one day I was thinking about that conversation and our short time together, and this is the song that came out of it. I wish I had more time to talk to you talk about dreams, the way the world seems, and just how you think we'd make it through. Back porch swing, we'd sit and sing about the way that sun don't burn out. But I was a kid, you were from back then, unlike that sun you burnt out. Well, that porch swing remains, it just swings another name. And I guess I never wanted things to change. I wish I had more time to talk to you. We talk about the way of back in your day when you thought we wouldn't make it through. You said the times were dire and the world was on fire and men were fighting to be free. Well, I was naive the day you made your leave, and I thought the world was at peace. Now I see things haven't really changed. There's still men still fighting to be free. And that porch swing remains, it just swings another name. And I guess this world still wants some things to change. Well, you said change was part of the game, and that's how we'll make it through. I wish I had more time to talk to you. Yeah, I wish I had just one more time to talk to you. Thank you very much.
Check, check. Can y'all hear me? I guess I'd like to say thanks to my compatriots up here for sharing this evening with me, and thanks to you all for coming out and hanging out with us as well. My name is Billy, and I'm going to start my set off with sort of the newest song that I have on this list. On my list of songs that I wrote down in my head earlier. I just became a dad about a month and a half ago, and so I'm tired most of the time, and I can't think of the word it's on the tip of my tongue all of the time, which isn't great for songwriting, but you know, you dig in and you get where you need to be. So this is kind of a wordy song because it took me a long time to get to it. But I was looking at the world from where I was 2 or 3 weeks in, after my daughter was born and thinking, like, I got pretty good, you know. But everybody's got their pictures on the internet now that make them look like their life is 3 or 4 times as better than mine is today. Especially new parents, other new parents. Well, I don't know if they're overselling it or I don't know what's going on. Maybe I'm a really bad dad. I don't know. I don't think that's the case. I think I love my daughter so far, but it is not as joyful as they seem to suggest. I don't know what I'm doing. So I guess that, like, that question, like, is anybody really living well, which ended up being the chorus, is kind of what this song is about. So I have this lyric sheet down here, and probably before I get to the third verse, I'll have to go and flip the page, because it's developed, and I've been singing it a lot, but sometimes I forget the third verse of my songs. So if you see me do that, that's what's going on. Yeah. Can you get me some more of this in the more of my vocals, yeah. My vocals do both my guitar and my vocals. Yeah, that's fine, that's fine. Since I have talked about the way I feel, but everyone keeps asking, so I guess I'll leave it here. I have shuffled down this road now almost 40 years. The signposts and the trailheads weathered from laughter and from tears. Is anybody living well? Looks of it, oh, I can't tell. Like I thought I could. Baby's born the other day, she's too beautiful to tell. I'm tired, my hair's turned gray. I was up before I fell. Something tells me that one day I will be on top again. Until then, I'll find a way to laugh with all my friends. Is anybody living well? Just saying good. Battles fought, I'd give away. Like I thought I could. Walking down the road together, my whole heart is in your hand. The smile on your pretty face reminds me that we can. If they took our house away, oh, I would still be rich. Good and bad, or thick and thin, or just living in a ditch. Is anybody living well? Just saying good. Looks of it.
let's see if we have anything on my pickup here. We might not. I might just use your guitar again for ease of transition. Oh, playing a new guitar.
Sitting on like the very edge of the thing, it looks like that.
When you playing a new guitar has all the discomfort of driving someone else's car. You know, you're like, the brakes are touchy. How do it, where are all the controls?
Just don't run into a wall. We'll be fine.
I just had to see what I was playing here. All right, well, so I did my second album up in Minneapolis a few years ago in 2016, and when I was up there recording, I think it was November, around the time that it was starting to get pretty cold and transitioned to winter in Minneapolis, and I finished recording, and I was getting ready to head back to Nebraska where I lived at the time, and I was sort of rushing back because a few, kind of midway through making my record up there, my grandfather passed away, so I was trying to get from Minneapolis to Nebraska, finished the last thing we had to do, and then got in the car and left. And about halfway down the road, it started snowing, and it just kept snowing. And before you knew it, there was a foot of snow. And I think it was somewhere in Iowa. In fact, I know it was somewhere in Iowa because the song is named after a town in Iowa where I ended up getting stranded. They closed the gate on the interstate around the time. I just sort of pulled off just in time. All the hotels were full, and it was there was a place for me to go, but we had a foot of snow, and there was no way that I was gonna get any further that night. So I sort of settled in, and I thought, I'll just have a glass of wine, be in this motel, and get up the next day as early as I can and go. But the next morning, my locks were frozen on my car, and so I, garnered the strength of 1,000 Nordic men, just a couple actually, but they seemed to be around. We were in northern Iowa, and everyone had these great accents, and so everyone was offering to help try their best idea for how to get locks unfrozen. And it's actually, people have a lot of different theories on that. So one man decided maybe it would be best to put his elbow, just jam his elbow all the way up my door frame. So I remember him because I have his elbow marks all up my door. And that didn't work. Nothing worked. So I just had to wait until the sun came out and sort of did the job on its own. But I wrote this song. Am I good? A little something? There you go. New car. So I wrote this song about that experience, and the interesting thing was I started writing it in the car. I was going back and forth around that area on a tour, and I started writing it when I was right around that town called Clear Lake, Iowa, and then I finished it on somewhat like a different tour, a different trip. So I had to apparently be adjacent to the town to write the song. It's called Clear Lake.
When I left that city that I thought loved me, the snow came hard and fast, and they closed the gate on the interstate. No one was getting past. No one was getting past. So I checked into a cheap motel. I was stranded for the night. The best I could do was find some place where I could get a glass of wine, get a glass of wine. I was heading north, now I'm going south. sometimes you wanna bid farewell to a year before it's through, as if a date marked down in history could change something for you, change something for you. I was heading north, now I'm going south. I lost all sense of traction. I put all my hope in a flimsy plane. It left me spinning, spinning in our direction. No one can tell me why. I may never know, may never know. I was heading north, now I'm going south. I lost all sense of traction. I put all my hope in a flimsy plane. It left me spinning, spinning in our direction. Spinning in our direction. Spinning in our direction. Spinning in our directions. So I miss my grandpa's funeral, and for that my heart still grieves. I did all I could to make it there, but the snow was just too deep. The snow was just too deep. Thank you.
I mean, you're playing on Tony's guitar, but you could, and it might feel uncomfortable. We can't tell.
That's good. I was playing the A chord and I was like, I don't know.
We
That's
feel
not what my
good.
Gibson does.
We
but
feel good about it.
You feel good about it?
It sounds real nice.
Okay, thank you. I learned on a Martin, so, just like riding a bike.
That's right.
This next song's about riding a bike.
That worked out well.
No, I'm lying. I haven't even picked it out yet. Yeah, let's see this one. So this one, I was talking to a friend of mine in Texas, and she was telling me about her day. And she's like, she lives in Dallas. She has family in Waco. Becomes relevant here real soon. And she was like, I got to run to the store. I got to run to my job. I got to do this and that. And all I know is all I got to do is make it to Waco. And I was like, that sounds like a song line. And she's like, well, then write it. And I said, no, don't tell me what to do. And then a couple weeks later, I wrote it. So it's kind of about, it's kind of like an idea of kind of our relationship as time has passed and I look back at it. But anyways, it's kind of about you just, when you have those people you've connected with, and you may not have talked to them in a while, but you just know that you need to call them, go home, or whatever it is. You kind of get that feeling, The song is a story about that feeling. Wake in the morning and fix my brew. clouds above me look a lot like you. Leaves on the trees are the color of your eyes. And on my walk today I saw your name carved in a railroad tie. Funny how the world is the map to your life. Just how lost you can be if you're not looking for the sign. Oh my sweet summer love. With the years pass like watching a satellite, slow and steady, yet flying by. When the kids were ready, so were you and I. There's just some things we left down deep inside. We're still young with so much time, oh, to stay as one, we had to say goodbye. Oh my sweet summer love. As the moons came, the phone calls did fade. We found our footing, we were on our way. But something's eating me from the inside up, as I drink my brew from your favorite mug. I don't know where it comes from, but I know where it goes. And all I gotta do is make it the way it goes. And all I gotta do is make it the way it goes. And all I gotta do is make it the way it goes. Oh my, make it the way it goes. Oh my, make it the way it goes. Oh my, make it the way it goes. Oh my sweet summer love. Thank you.
Well, when I started doing the Tony and I are in a band together. I guess that's where this started.
We are?
We're in a band together called Les Gruff and the Billy Goat, and we do kind of a country rock and roll Americana thing. It's a lot of fun, and this is also a lot of fun though, and it's kind of fun in a different way because I get to hear songs that Tony didn't tell me he wrote. He hears pretty much all the ones I write. We throw away about half of them as a band because it doesn't fit with what we're doing. But this is one of them that kind of snuck in there. It's not quite what we normally do as a band, but we ended up coming up with a kind of cool arrangement for it. And it's a song I wrote for my brother about 6 months ago, maybe not. Man,
it's been probably over a year.
About a year, yeah, like a year and some time, year and some change. He was looking for a house, so I lived down in South St. Louis, and he had moved to South St. Louis. and we both were living kind of the multifamily apartment building lifestyle at the time, and then he told me that he called me, or he texted me one night, I guess, while he was going to see our childhood home, which was out in Rock Hill in the suburbs, and and he said, I'm thinking about putting an offer in on it. And this was like probably 10:30, 11 o'clock at night, and us musicians, we don't stay up too late, so
That's what we're known for.
Fast asleep when he was texting me about this. So I woke up in the morning, drinking my cup of coffee, and I get all of it, this string of texts. He's texting me pictures of our childhood home, all this stuff, and the place was a shoebox. It was a 2-bedroom, 900 square foot house that was sort of built for lower middle class family, and nowadays if it's in the Webster Grove School District though, so nowadays you can have a shoebox in the Webster Grove School District and sell it for $300,000, and it's I basically sent him a string of text messages back that told him that was the worst idea he could possibly have. Don't do it. And then, so he said, I'm thinking about putting an offer, was the message that I got. But then after I sent all the shitty things to him, he said, too late, I already put the offer in last night. Oh man, I just really wish that didn't happen. So I kind of wish I hadn't sent all that stuff. But anyway, I ended up just writing him this song, which is maybe more of what I wanted to say to him at the time. It's called Shortcuts to Heaven. There ain't no shortcuts to heaven, it's just detours and damned. You can leave here at 7, stay and drink like a clam. Started off an artist, thought he made a couple of bucks. Now he's rolling out in houses, buys a ticket and prays for luck. He likes to take a lot of drugs now, swears it helps him to get by till the end of the day, and all his thoughts are dry. There ain't no shortcuts to heaven, it's just the detours and damned. You leave here at 7, or stay and drink like a clam. Long day on the phone now, tell everyone what they should do. Can't wait to get home, kicking back with a couple of brews. Wake up with the fire burning right through my eye. In that kitchen cabinet, the rattle of the value side. There ain't no shortcuts to heaven, it's just detours and damn. Leave here at 7, or stay and drink like a clam. It's like where the guitar solo is supposed to be. Next verse is pretty directly sort of a letter written to my brother. But the thing is, when you're writing songs, sometimes you need to take poetic license. My brother has these dark brown eyes, really dark brown eyes. It's like one of the defining features of his face, right? But just didn't fit into the song. So here's the last verse. Standing in the corner in the house where you grew up, looking all around you, remembering all the love. But those memories are dead now, and your eyes ain't near as blue. See what I mean? Lying in bed now, just waiting for the morning dew. There ain't no shortcuts to heaven, it's just detours and damn. Leave here at 7, stay and drink like a clam. There ain't no shortcuts to heaven, it's just detours and damn. Leave here at 7, stay and drink like a clam. Thank you.
All right. Guys, while I'm tuning, I just need you, I feel like I need to get this off my chest. I thought your band was called Les Gruff and the Billy Goat, like French. Like, I don't know, I interpreted it that way.
I'm totally cool with people thinking that.
And then somebody corrected me and they laughed at me. They just laughed at me. But, you know, idea for the
Somebody
future.
says that to me, I just tell them to bag it.
A lot of folks.
It's a deep joke.
Bag it?
Yeah.
I got it. I was rolling with it. But do you get that a lot? Because this person definitely laughed.
Yes.
A lot of folks just misspell the whole thing and just it says less.
Less.
Two
like a
S's.
couple S's.
Billy Goats,
But yeah,
which is
Billy
minor.
Goats is kind of the most common
one. Yeah.
I don't know what's happening in there. Can you turn it up just a little bit?
But if they're
Okay. To my, okay. Yep, we're getting there. Well, I'm working on a new album right now. I'm recording it right here in St. Louis, in South City. So I'm excited to get some new music out there. This song and the last song I played will be on that little project. And hang on. I wrote this song one October when the fall just seemed to refuse to show up. It was like 100 degrees still in October, and I'm from Nebraska originally, and it's not much cooler in Nebraska, but I feel like October at least knows what to do. And here in St. Louis, it gets a little confused. So this is a song that I wrote about waiting. That'll do. I wrote this song about waiting for autumn, waiting for something to change, and just waiting in general, and how the complicated thing about time and about going through something that's difficult is that there's no shortcuts, as it were. Was that the song you just played? Yes.
that's right.
You just transferred it to my, just help. But yeah, no shortcuts to the other side of something that's difficult. There's only one way through it. And I thought of that children's book that you can't go over it, you can't go under it, you can just
It's
go
like
through
the
it.
bear.
Yes.
Isn't that, yeah, it's
Going
like
on a bear hunt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have that one.
Nice. See, you're doing great.
I've been reading it a lot lately.
You're doing a great job as a dad. You've got it down. If you have that book.
Quality
I feel like you're
literature.
good. Yeah. So this is about all those things, waiting and trying to get on the other side of something.
Autumn leaves are turning late. My heart's heavy beneath the weight. Take a deep breath, there's hope to be had yet. Beauty to appreciate. We've been on two different pages. keeping track of wounds and wages. Now I can't seem to move across the living room. I'm frozen and afraid of changing. The walls of this old house close in, creaking like a grown oak in the wind. Sturdy origin, you weary in the lens, lost from where it all began. The only way to the other side of time is day by day, through and through. Waiting is a mystery of kinds with very little you can do. Leave an open door in case a breeze will flow through this space. Stop us in our tracks and carry our hearts back, found together in a sacred place. Stop us in our tracks and carry our hearts back.
Thank you. I'm making his guitar fall out of tune because I'm the capo queen.
Well, I
Sorry
was
about
also a classic musician, and I just finally got strings on it today.
Oh,
So
yeah, that would do
that
it.
doesn't help either of our cases.
That's right.
So this next song, be a little, maybe a little change of pace of what we've been having going on for you. So I found that lately I've been kind of writing songs that are borderline, what I like to call bro country. Anybody know what I'm talking about?
Oh, yes.
You know, it's like pop country, like the lyrics are like a little like party-ish kind of. Anyways, this one's like, I feel like it's right on the border. I don't know, but like.
Does it have a truck in it?
No.
Okay. I feel like
But
you're
it does
fine.
have a farm.
Okay, well, it is. It's right on the edge.
Anyways.
Any repeating plosives like.
I mean, not when I do it solo.
All right, good. We're clean then.
So, anyways, you know, like after I play it, if you think it's bro country, like tell me. And
have an
then like
intervention.
if you also like it, like it's a weird thing.
That's even better because that means he's about to make $1 million.
Yeah, exactly. Gotta get it just right. You gotta get it just right. Oh, what's it about? It's really just about when the feeling you get sometimes when you have a lover and they just the way they say your name. Yeah, right? I told you. What's up, bro? Get it, bro? The way she when she says my name, my hair stands up like roots to the rain. I can't get enough. It's in the way it rolls off her tongue. Got me feeling like flowers in the sun when she says my name. When she touches me soft on my arm. calling the dogs, we're shutting down the farm. Use our place out here in the woods to do just what lovers should when she touches me. The way she says my name, I get bent, and I lose all my common sense. The way she takes my heart and throws out my brain, the doctor said I'd go insane when she says my name. When she looks at me with that spark in her eye, well, I can't see through this burning fire building up inside of me. With all this smoke, I can't breathe when she looks at me. The way she says my name, I get bent, and I lose all my common sense. The way she takes my heart and throws out my brain, the doctors say I go insane when she says my name. Orange sunrise, the rain had gone, chasing neons for too long. With my stumbling stature, I fell into place, and she wiped the rocks out of my face. From then it didn't take too long till she said my name. The way she says my name, I get bare, and I lose all my common sense. The way she takes my heart and throws out my brain, the doctors say I go insane. I go insane when she says my name. Thank you, thank you. You sold that to Jason Aldean or Trace Adkins or something like that, I think.
Well, here's my assessment. I think that fits squarely in the 90s country genre.
I was listening to a lot of George Strait at the time.
I don't think that falls into bro country. It's too late era. There needs to be fewer words for it to be a bro country song.
It was close. I was scared.
One man's bro country is another man's love song. So, you know.
Right? Yeah. And I have bad taste.
Got that right, bro.
So that's the other part that you got to account for, you know. But it's doable. You know, there was a couple of lines that were questionable, for sure.
See, I know.
No doubt about it.
I know. I wrote them.
But half the lines that I do are questionable. So
yeah, that's true.
I feel okay about it. I'm just trying to dumb you down so that when we get on stage, I don't make such an ass out of myself.
Yeah. Well. So I think we got one more, and we're going to take a little short intermission, Billy. So you get to take us out. So make it good.
Yeah. This is I'm gonna. Is this allowed? Can I do a song that I didn't write but I think is a great songwriter? All right. Cool. I'm gonna do that. This is a buddy of mine. Coming out of Northwest Arkansas. I gotta pull up his lyrics because I forgot the third verse the other day when we were on stage.
That was fun.
Remember? I keep telling you, it's that third verse. I don't know what my brain does with it when I get to that third verse. It's rough. His name is Willie Carlisle. He'll be up in St. Louis here in
June something.
Same day as we're going to be in the studio, and then I'm going to play a little songwriter set with him. But he does like a whole folk thing. He's got a banjo that he can spin while he's playing a song and keep playing the song. It's really cool. If you get the chance, and you will, he'll be around town. He's up here about every 6 or 8 weeks or so, playing one thing or another. It's worth the effort. His name is Willie Carlisle. And so I forced my band. We went down to Fayetteville this past weekend to play a show, and I forced my band to learn a cover song by him, so that we could, impress the local audience. That didn't work, but we learned the song.
Good thing they weren't listening.
Except for the third verse, we didn't learn that. Yeah.
We got 2/3 of the way through the song pretty solidly.
2/3 of the way through the song, and then I just stopped singing.
Yep.
But the whole band was like, "Where are we? I don't know what's going on."
Yeah, we didn't stop playing.
There's no solo here. What are you doing?
There is now.
So this time I'm probably going to switch pages. Anyways, yeah.
You want me to hold it for you? That make it easier?
Hold what?
Well,
come on, man.
I mean, I figured the Notebook.
It's a family event. All right.
My offer retracted.
This song is called Cheap Cocaine.
I'll hold that for you.
This is where I'm going to switch. There we go. I'm working on my professionalism. This is a good place to workshop it, though, you know? Because Brian's also working on his professionalism. He's been in business only 25 years or something like that, but go read the signs on the bathroom wall and you'll see what I mean. Well, I made a few new friends in a Rockford bar. Told them all the lines. I said I was in charge at the after party where the women were loose. Party with the metalheads, gin and juice. And over as hell, I slept and shit on the lawn. Tired of 20-somethings and the punk rock songs. So woke up in the morning and stumbled towards the dawn. Said, how you doing, boys? It's been too long. And I say, Mama, I've been staring at the rain, a little heartbreak, a little soul pain. I've been up all night on that cheap cocaine, trying to make it better, but it's always the same. On the streets of Chicago with sidekick Sally was hitting up the bars on Viagra Alley where the men pick up women not half their age. All I had for them was my tears and my rage, and I thought it was a fight, so I went for my knife, and the man shook my hand with his kids and his wife, and I was so ashamed that I hung back and cried, leave couldn't tell you why. Well, thank you. I guess we'll take a break now.
A few years ago, it's a little bit of a confusing timeline, but my family, we had lived here in St. Louis, and then we moved away, and only recently in the last 2 years have moved back here. So around the time we moved away, I was just, processing leaving a place and what it means to leave people, but also a physical place. And I found a lot of, I find a lot of, fascination in rivers, and I'm known to detour off an interstate if there's a river to be found that I can go stand and look at. That's all I do. I just look at it. It's pretty exciting life that I lead. But anyway, when I was moving away, I wrote a song called Mississippi River Heart about leaving a piece of yourself by a physical place. The Mississippi River has significance to me because I did my album up a few blocks off the Mississippi in Minneapolis, and of course here in St. Louis, it's a force of nature as well. So this is Mississippi River Heart. This is about leaving a place that you love.
This night, this month, this year have left me tired, used up all my tears. I'm half expecting gray hairs every time I look in the mirror. I left my heart down by the Mississippi River, where it bends and it curves and it teaches me to sing and hold the world together with the strum of my guitar and a song plucked from the howling wind. This road has brought me home. It don't feel like a home to me. You live, you change, you grow. It's like squeezing into a pair of old jeans. I left my heart down by the Mississippi River, where it bends and it curves and it teaches me to sing and hold the world together with the strum of my guitar and a song plucked from the howling wind. Oh, my heart lags behind my feet. Take my body anywhere, just wait for the rest of me. I left my heart down by the Mississippi River, where it bends and it curves and it teaches me to sing and hold the world together with the strum of a guitar and a song plucked from the howling wind. Ooh.
Thank you.
It's I made a list of like 12 songs, so I don't know which 3 I should do now. Pressure is on. Here comes heartache. Something like that. Oh, mine's broke. What happened?
It's the curse of me. Sorry. Is it? Do you want to use my guitar? Plays really nice. We have successfully played on a stage before. It might not seem like it. There you go.
Sometimes you just have to restart it. Well, none of that helped me decide what song I was going to play. So, let's do This song, I don't know what it's really about. It was just there. Sometimes when you write songs, it's just there, and I look at it in the same way a listener would look at it. I learn something new about it every time. It seems like it's about someone who's no longer there. You can still communicate with them, whether it's through memories or through signs in life or something you think they would say, stuff like that. So it's, I guess, kind of like that. Did I lose it again? You hear that? What'd you do, Karen?
I don't know. That's what I'm saying.
Can you guys hear it? I can hear it. Yeah.
Turn it up more. Okay. Hey, hey, mama. Hey, hey, mama. Would you I've been walking through cold Kentucky rain. It's falling in my eyes, calling out your sweet name, but I'm talking to headlines. I get a feeling that I may never find it. It brings me tears. I hear your voice say it's all in my mind, but that don't mean I don't want you here. Would you? Hey, hey, mama. Hey, hey, mama. Hey, hey, mama. Would you? I'm dreaming of rolling in your arms, whisper in your ear, tell you of my life and all of its harms, and you tell me don't hold on to your fear. Getting lost in the stars so fast, the beauty brings you tears. And I'm wondering if I could make a moment last so you could always be near. Would you? Hey, hey, mama. Hey, hey, mama. Hey, hey, mama. Would you? It's not like you never done this before. Midnight at my door, pull me down from the news. You always found a way to pull through. Death comes, but life holds its place. I know you're gonna find a way to show your face. And I wish you would come and make this all understood. 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 Would you? Hey, hey, mama. Hey, hey, mama. Hey, hey, mama. Would you? Well, thank you very much.
This is way quieter than it normally is at my shows.
Listen,
And I'm not used to it. So it makes me feel weird sometimes. There's sort of like this songwriter's rule. Where is that coming from? I feel like my guitar was still humming after I finished playing it. There's this like sort of rule that songwriters follow, which is like more like pro theft than anything else, and the Outlaws used to sing about it. You know, let's settle down and steal each other's songs, that kind of stuff. Or the Highwaymen, the Outlaws, same guys, right? They just rename themselves every now and then. When they stop being so badass, they call themselves the Highwaymen, but before that, they were the Outlaws.
Whoa.
So.
Whoa.
They weren't breaking the law anymore. What can you do? So anyway, this is a song that I stole from I guess like sort of a technique that I stole from a friend of mine. And she's having pretty good success up there in the Pacific Northwest at this point. And I wish her well. But so I'll tell you this story. I went and saw her at Off-Broadway last time that she was in town. Maybe it was a couple times ago that she was in town. She came and played this show at Off-Broadway, and she was given this sort of like heartfelt thank you to all the people in St. Louis that helped her out along the way before she moved out there and like started, making her contacts there and stuff like that. And she said all these people's names, and she said somebody's name that I never even heard of. And I was like, oh, and this guy, helped me out a ton, and blah blah blah. And then like it was some person that I never heard of. But to this day, that one interaction with her really upset me because she didn't mention my name, but also we were childhood friends, and when she moved back here from LA after not becoming an actress, I said, I really like your songs. I think we can do something here. And I was like, whatever we got to do. We set up a recording studio at my house and did like 3 demos for her, and then she used those demos to get more demos of more people and whatever. Anyway, that's like all sort of besides the point, because really the only thing I stole from her was like that move that I'll do in the song. But she doesn't even know that I stole it from her. So
is this how you're thanking her for that?
Yeah. So thanks. I'm not even gonna grace her with the name. It was about a time in my life that I was feeling very sad. Book of poems on the table. Look, but I can't even read. Feeling lonesome and unstable. Gas for air, but I can't breathe. So I promised you the world. All you got from me was grief. So honey, if you want, just take your things. Gonna walk down the street. Can't say I'll blame you for that. I'm always drunk and half asleep. Empty bottle on the bedstand. Drank it all, I can't speak. Just pull my memories in the bedpan. Turn my thoughts all into dreams. So promised you the world. All you got from me was grief. So honey, if you want, just take your things. Take a walk on down the street. Can't say I would blame you for that. 'Cause I'm always drunk, half asleep. Heaven and hell were just 2 stops on the same road. I couldn't say which one we're at. I lost you a long, long time ago. And I know I did you wrong. So I promised you the world. All you got from me was grief. So honey, I recommend you just take your things, go on and walk down the street. No, I can't say I would blame you. I'll just be drunk, half asleep. Well, thank you.
Well, there are times I get home from playing a show or a gig late at night, and there's times that you sort of wonder why you do what you do and why you put yourself out there. If you're playing, to an empty room, for instance, or if you're on a tour and nobody shows up to your show, there's just those brutal moments of being an artist that kind of like breed self-doubt, and you have to find ways or people to help you through those. And so I wrote this song, Hand to Hold. This will be on my EP that's going to come out. This is a song just about belonging somewhere and having a place to come back to when those days and those moods occur. We'll see how this is. All right, this is called Hand to Hold.
I've been tired, I've been dragging my feet all over this town. I've been burdened, tried to carry it all on my own. The little things all gathered up grow to become what defines you for ill or for gain. What keeps me tender or what makes me numb. I need a place to land when this whole world grows cold. I need an ear to bend. I need a hand to hold. I've been feeling well beyond my years, but not in wisdom or grace. Feel the weariness spread to my bones. I feel the lines spread across my face. I need a place to land when this whole world grows cold. I need an ear to bend. I need a hand to hold. Oh, when it's midnight, I can't see. Oh, we leave a light on just for me. I need a place to land when this whole world grows cold. I need an ear to bend. I need a hand to hold.
Thank you. Okay. You gonna mic it?
That's one more great song we can add into the song about holding hands column.
Do we have a column? Is there an official?
Yeah, there's I Want to Hold Your Hand, and then I Want to Hold Your Hand.
Oh, so like we're talking about the Beatles at this
The
point.
Beatles and Hootie and the Blowfish,
Thanks
right?
for putting me in that category. I'm cool with that. Is that a Spotify playlist that you just threw me into?
It will be tomorrow.
Mailbox money.
Did I lose it again? It must be me.
Thing is, you can play this guitar.
I can. I played that guitar many times. Yeah. Why have we got the tuner working? All right, turn it off.
I don't hear it.
That's weird.
That is
All right,
weird.
turn it back on.
We're having a weird night on the guitar plugins, ladies and gentlemen.
I know, we fixed one for the first set and got a new one for the second.
Musical
Passing the problem
malfunctions.
this way. Fortunately,
Yeah.
I'm third in line, so you think you're going to
Just
hear me
wait.
all
Just
night.
watch out for it.
All right, fortunately, I have played this guitar many times because we share it on stage, so I am familiar. Okay, so this song I wrote a long time ago, and then I brought it to the band, and we've been messing around with trying to make it a band song, and I've also finished it. I thought it was done before, don't get me wrong, but I was wrong. So now there's two more verses at the end that kind of, I rewrote the last one that was there and then added another one that kind of sums it up. So it's just about like, I don't know, some sort of, not old love, because in the song it's not old, but I guess to me it is. Anyways, it used to be called Biting My Nails, but now Ed, our drummer, has named it Water Hose. So you'll see, you'll get it. I keep biting my fingernail, just waiting on a train to take me to where I'm thinking about a woman. Yeah, she's on my mind, just going through the memories that she left behind. There were times out by the lake in the hot summer sun, let our skin bathe, talk of love, or sing our favorite tunes. We just wait to see the moon, 'cause she loved the moon and the way it went around the world. And I love the way that her hair curled, and she like it weird. I'd blow my smoke out my nose, and I love the way she drank from that water hole. Yeah, I'm thinking about a woman from not too long ago, and I'm just wondering how to let her go. Well, I wish that train would roll on through so I could be gone before I see the moon, 'cause she loved the moon, the way it went around the world. And I love the way that her hair curls, and she like it weird. I'd blow my smoke out my nose, roads, and I love the way she drank from that water hole. Well, I keep thinking about the times we had and how they never seemed to be that bad. But that's just me. That's my truth. And maybe I never thought enough about you and how you love me. How I went around the world Thank you very much. I didn't want to throw in, I meant to do it before the song, but you guys have been wonderful. I want us three to give you a round of applause for hanging out and listening to us. That's, you really, maybe you do, maybe you don't, I don't know, I don't mean to assume, but like, if you don't know how much that means, then, well, you don't know. But it's a lot. It's really nice. Thank you very much.
How far along are we getting? Are we at? Does this?
We have one more round after you.
We have one more round after this. Okay. That informs my decision. You get like a.
It only happens when you have the guitar.
Coming through. I don't know what's going on. High, mid, and low. It sounds mid to me, but I can't tell. I really, sometimes lows and mids and highs and those harmonic ranges just all sound the same. So
Seems a little better now.
yeah, I think it's gone. So I'm going to save a fast one for the end, and I'm going to do a slow one again. It's really tempting, though, at these like songwriter nights to just keep doing slow ones, and I don't want to bore you guys, but you're not. But I
Thanks, Brian.
It's all good. Thank you. But you know, that's kind of what we got tonight. So this is a song that all came together like really quickly as sort of a snappy writing session, and that doesn't always happen. Sometimes it takes a long time. Sometimes it takes just like 10 minutes, and you write a whole song. But I wrote this one pretty quickly, and it's actually I wrote this riff that starts it off, and it took me like 7 years to write a song after it, but in 10 minutes the whole thing was done. So
7 years and 10 minutes.
yeah. I never played that song 7 years ago.
I thought about it, but I don't remember it that well.
It's sort of a letter to my mom, you know? I am not the man I thought I'd be. I just take shelter from the storm when it rains. Swallowed some spit down the wrong pipe there. I'm gonna start this song over again. I am not the man I thought I'd be. I just take shelter from the storm when it rains. Wish I had the conscience that I did when I was young. I just tossed it a long way. Thunder cracks with lightning, with the rain gone, put out the flame. I puddle to the ocean, my best efforts still land in vain. Stepping over cracks so I don't break my mama's back. Is she just the shit I've done? The water's not too high yet, maybe I can swim away from the currents. You always want. What's that? Ray in the cloud. Hey, I see the sunshine now. Little seed comes a sprout. Let's hurry, time is running out. Under cracks of lightning, with the rain don't put out the flame. I puddle to the ocean, my best efforts still end in vain. So there's this thing that happens in the songs during the chorus. It's like this. I'll show you guys what I do so that it's sort of like a magician pulling back the curtain, and he's not supposed to do that, but I want to do it anyways. So here's what happens in music. A lot of times you get stuck in a key, right? There's 3 major chords in a key, and then like there's 3 minor chords, and then 1 diminished chord. So what happens is that most people play songs in major keys. And so there's that song that's like, I heard there was a major chord, and you played and it pleased the Lord. And then it's like, the minor fall, the major lift. So like there's really, most popular music, 4 chords. That's it, the whole thing. And those 4 chords are major 1, 4, 5, and then like you'll either hear them do like a minor 3, a minor 2, or a minor 6, right? And that's like the majority of music that you listen to. And then like if somebody's like really creative, they'll throw in a diminished chord that sounds like really intense. It's kind of hard to work that into like a pop song though, you know. But here's what's fun in this song. So it's in E, which is the tonic right there. And then so the chorus is thunder cracks with lightning. Now we're gonna go to the minor 2 right here because that's what you normally hear. Back to the 1, and then the 4. Often you'll hear. This is how choruses often start, right on the 4 chord. Back to the 1. And then watch this. Okay, that's a 2 dominant 7, and then watch what it does. It causes. The 2 dominant 7 is what's referred to as the dominant chord, or the 5 chord of the 5 chord in the main key, which is a B7 right here in this case. And that leads tension back to the 1 chord, and it allows me to go back to the 1, and it sounds really peaceful when I get back there. So you'll hear it after I'm just going to do those chords, do that last half of that chorus one more time. So the tension's building, tension keeps building. Built myself a boat, I plugged the hole so I might float. Can you help me down my road? battle fast and hard to end up back in your front yard. It's my last chance, my only hope. Thunder cracks with lightning, with the rain gone, put out the flame. Like a puddle to the ocean, my best ever, still end in vain. Singer Songwriter Night / music theory class. Tests will be administered at the end of the set, and
That's
you are a real proctor, aren't you? He's the testor, and we are the testees.
another funny note. Sorry, Karen.
Just
But
carry
about
on,
that
carry on.
is that we played that song for 6 months before I knew that those chords were different. And before anybody else really knew. We had a whole meeting about it, and we're like, wait, what, you're doing that chord? So, you know, music's all relative, and it worked for 6 months without knowing. So you can fail the test and be fine in life.
Did he have to tell everybody like he just did?
It was very similar.
Well, thank you. I learned something here tonight. We take something away. So this is my last song in the round. Thank you guys so much for listening. And to Shane, we love you here in St. Louis. Shane, you're awesome. So a few years ago, I was doing a tour through the South, and one thing I love about these kind of opportunities that you share stories about your songs, and a lot of times what happens is after a show, you'll talk to somebody and maybe they'll tell you something that song reminded them of, and I count that a privilege because you're sort of exchanging stories for stories, and then in turn, you know, you get more song material, which, you know, that's not the end game, but it does help. Song fodder for the songs. So I was in Kentucky and met somebody who told me a little bit about themselves, and this person had a lot of misfortune in his life, but a lot of it was due to, you know, some of the decisions he had made. And so this is a song about somebody giving you a second chance even when you aren't deserving of that, and the times in our life that we need those people to continue to do that. This is called Kentucky Hills.
Just a boy. Them old Kentucky hills are where you found your joy. The years stack up just like they do, and choices stack up too. One day they all catch up to you with a ruthless point to prove. I want you to always know that I've been praying and I keep praying till the days are done. Honey, you got so much to lose. You're someone's daddy, someone's honey, and you're my son. For 40 years gone by, over a truck stop telephone. But I still see great hope for you. I keep a candle burning bright. And when your demons come knocking at your front door, won't you trust in the Holy Savior's might? I want you to always know that I've been praying and I keep praying till my days are done. Honey, you got so much to lose. You're someone's daddy, someone's son, and you're my son. Oh, you love Jesus, but you've wandered far and wide. Drinking too much whiskey and you get so sad. But your eyes betray how tender your soul has stayed through all the trouble that you've had. I want you to always know that I've been praying, I keep on praying, but honey, you got so much to lose. You're someone's daddy, someone's son, and you're my son.
Thank you.
I guess I gotta pass this over to you, Tony. But Karen, I will say that not having met you before this show, I have thoroughly enjoyed both your songwriting and your vocal delivery. Your vocal delivery is probably among the best in the Midwest.
Thank you.
The United States.
Keep going, keep going.
The world.
Thank you so much. I
But
appreciate
those songs, you were a crafter of songs.
Oh,
in a way
thank
that
you.
I wish that I was.
Thank you. Thank you. It's been a privilege to listen to you guys as well tonight. Yeah. The feeling is mutual.
Cheers.
Cheers, indeed. Air cheers.
So with that, I'm going to play a less good song. Less good, less gruff. They're really the same thing. No, this is another one that kind of borders on bro country, and so I figured I'd play it last again, since Billy had mentioned he's going to play a more upbeat one, so I'll play a more upbeat one. But the idea of this song is it's kind of funny. No, it's not. But it's kind of about somebody who works away at a. I grew up and I had a lot of fast food retail and manufacturing and warehouse jobs. I've had a lot of those, and in those jobs, you really can relate with Bob Seger. I feel like a number, you know, and. So this song is kind of about that, but it's kind of also about the John Mellencamp of Pink Houses of go down vacation in the Gulf of Mexico. You know, it's so it has all those kind of ideas in it that, I was raised on KC95, so.
Okay, I think that let's make something clear. The reason why those guys have a bad reputation is because critics are cynical assholes. I think we can.
Whoa. I love those guys. I love John Mellencamp.
Let's just be clear.
And whoever else I brought up before. Keishi I love. However.
Bob Seger.
Oh, Bob Seger. Yes. Bob Seger just a little little bit more than John Mellencamp, actually. Just a touch. Just a
I'm
touch.
a Mellencamp man myself.
Yeah. I'm a cougar man, if you know what I mean. Hey-o! Anyways.
Ladies!
The later it gets, the funnier.
Yeah, right. And so anyways, it's all of those things, they come together in this. It's just kind of an anthem of go and let loose. Thank you all for hanging out. Have a good night. And also, you know, well, you know, you can come with your own things. When I get to Nassau, I'm going to that tourist stand. Buy me a water lighter, head out to the sand. And when that moon comes to peek around the edge of the earth again, I'll light my water lighter and get stoned in Nassau again. Well, if you ain't ever been to Nassau, I can't say if you're missing much. I got stoned in Nassau, but it was just that once. And I've been working 60 hours a week, and sometimes more, to save up my dollars and get back to the shore. Now I ain't got no fantasies or romantic expectations. Hell, I'm not even sure I'd call it a full-on vacation. There's two places on that island, the two that I know. One for supplies and one to let go. So when I get to Nassau, I'm going to that tourist stand. Buy me a water lighter, head out to the sand. And when that moon comes to peek around the edge of the earth again, I'll light my water lighter and get stoned in Nassau again. Well, they say I've worked enough now to earn 5 days off. I've been taking my vitamins so I don't waste them on a cough. My back is crooked and my hands don't grip so hard, but they gave me a nice little pin that says I played my part, making their money. I just don't think it's right. Paycheck to paycheck, strive to strive, working away your whole life, telling yourself to take pride and getting robbed by a richer man. When I get to Nassau, I'm going to that tourist stand. Buy me a water lighter, head out to the sand. And when that moon comes to peek around the edge of the earth again, I'll light my water lighter and get stoned. I'm gonna get stoned. Hell, I think I'm stoned in Nassau again. Thank you very much. Sorry, Billy, I'm going to cut you off. I forgot one line. The water lighter. People always, when I've played that song for like 7 people in my life, like, what's a water lighter? I don't understand. It was at a gift shop on Nassau. That's where the whole song came from. And but it was a fake lighter that shot water out. And this guy, I was a kid. I was like 7. And he was a smoker, and I always gave him shit about it. I was like, you shouldn't smoke. Meanwhile, I have a pack of cigarettes down here. You know, classic kid. So I went and bought that lighter, and he was lighting up. I was like, oh, let me light it for you. I bought a lighter. He's like, okay. Got his cigarette all wet. He was not happy about it. That's that story.
You call this fucking with addicts? That reminds me of the time that I threw my friend's heroin in the toilet and he kicked my ass. Ooh, that was macabre. I'm sorry. That was a little too topical. Wow. That was way darker than I intended it to be.
Yeah. Get the tongue way down in the cheek on that one.
Oh.
We
I
gonna
like to
play?
call it my foot in my mouth, you know what I mean?
Yeah, you can't get the tongue down in the cheek far enough. Just put the foot in there.
I was growing up, this is my dad's guitar. I still play it. This is my main stage guitar for every show that I do. I will occasionally play the other one for a whole entire show, but it's mainly because like I forgot to change the strings on this one or whatever. This guitar means more to me than almost any object that I own in my life, which is a weird thing, especially like getting old. I always got kind of weird when I was like a kid, when I was like 16, and I'm never gonna be one of those guys who lives in his glory days. I'm not. I didn't have any glory days, so there's no
Easy
glories.
to avoid.
It's easy to avoid in those
When you don't
situations.
have
You know? Which reminds me, the other day I tried to go into a bar. My license expired. I went down to the Missouri DMV, got the paper license thing, and then they just like never sent the new one or whatever. But I was down in Fayetteville, and I still have only my old license and then like the piece of paper that's now, the piece of paper is also expired at this point. And they wouldn't let me into this bar because they didn't believe that I was 21, and I was like, do you know any 21-year-olds with gray hair and curly mustaches? Come on, man, like that's not an in-style thing. Like I'm not 21. I'm not less than 21 at least. Come on. But I guess I can do my share out there, as they say. But so anyway, my dad was a songwriter as well, and so he gave me his guitar when I was like 13. And the reason why I'm a musician is probably because of him. This is just kind of a joke song that he wrote in the 1970s, I would guess. And I'm going to play it because I used to play it last at like every show that I did, everywhere, all the time. And, my dad is dead now, and I don't often get to tribute him on stage. And he was not a full band musician. He was a guitar player who sang funny songs at parties. So I'm going to do this for him. It's a happy tune. Around the party, we're all getting kind of drunk. Walked into my bedroom and something kind of stunk. Closer to my dresser, I smelled a whole lot more. Something smelling funky, kind of rotten. Oh God, there's throw up in my underwear. In my underwear. In the drawer. Fruit of the looms, yellow. Yellower than before. It's sort of a performance, you know? Hell, it ain't so funny having puke squished in your pants. What'll I do later when her hands they start to romance and I've got throw up in my underwear? I won't stand a chance. Oh God, there's throw up in my underwear. In my underwear. In the drawer. People say, Billy, why did you become a songwriter? I say, my dad. And then I say, oh, play one of his songs. Then I do this. And they're like, oh, now I understand. Pushing through the people. Pushing through the people in my bedroom, I finally got in. I caught my friend bent over with throw up on his chin. People turned and looked at me, their faces were green and white. We all got kind of sick, looking at this dreadful sight. Now we're all throwing up in my underwear, in the drawer. And I ain't worn no underwear since 1994. My balls drag on the... Oh, you can guess what that last word might be.
Door?
That's correct. Should we do this?
We should do this.
All right.
I'm going to change.
See if this works.
We're going to do one last song together. Thank you all so much for listening tonight. Thanks to Naked Vine for having us. And
thanks to Shane
once
Presley
again
for putting this thing together,
Yeah.
man. We really appreciate it.
There's a song by a Mr. John Prine.
I'm sure it'll go. Anybody in here know John Prine? Oh, I'm sorry. I asked it the wrong way. Anybody here not know John Prine? Oh, everyone knows him. All right. Well, then I don't need to say anything. All right.
Come home late and you come home early. Come on big when you're feeling small. Come on straight and you come home curly. Sometimes you don't come home at all. So what in the world's come over you? What in heaven's name have you done? Broken the speed of the sound of loneliness. You're out there running just to be on the run.
I got a heart that burns with the fever. I got a worried and jealous mind. And how can a love that lasts forever get left so far behind?
So what in the world's come over you? What in heaven's name have you done? Broken the speed of the sound of loneliness. You're out there running just to be on the run. Mighty mean and dreadful sorrow has crossed the evil line today. How can you ask about tomorrow? We ain't even got one word to say. What in the world's come over you? What in heaven's name have you done? Broken the speed of the sound of loneliness. You're out there running just to be on the run. You're out there running just to be on the run. You're out there running just to be on the run.
Thank you all so much.
Thank you.
Rock Paper Podcast. Rock Paper Podcast.
Rock Paper Podcast.
Rock Paper Podcast.
Well, yeah, that was it.